straighter. Oh, got away with that one. Got away straight. Oh, straight to the fielder. Yeah, he's got 6 stitches, isn't it, Humphreys?
Yeah, I just wonder, is that affecting him? Might not. You don't often see Matthew Humphreys give that much width and miss his length as consistently as he has done in this first 5 balls.
Got a long on now. A square leg inside the circle. And it's quite breezy. And the wind's behind him. It's in the gap. Kind of sliced it, not time it as well as he would have liked to. Still a couple of runs to end the over. 13 for 2 after to India.
Yeah, what a start, Jai Mundra catching Samson on the crease, LBW. 2 balls later, absolute skyer. Matt Hollard kept his calm and took a superb catch.
Second over now, Jai Mundra. He's got protection in the deep.
This will test Shreyas Iyer's captaincy and ability to chase scores under pressure. Only, as you said, back into the team, relatively new back into the team, and has the captaincy armband, so different type of pressure.
That's in the air. Lucky Ishan Kishan. A little bit of extra bounce and the tennis ball bounce we spoke about, which you would get with the new ball, especially first over. Was spot on with the first delivery. Little bit of shape back into the right-hander. And then to the couple of left-handers. So good that first over. And then angling away to Shreyas Iyer, the last couple of balls in his first over. That's nicely placed, carved it behind point for another boundary. That's what Shreyas Iyer will do if you give him enough room.
Yeah, great batting. Went deep in his crease and slightly outside off stump. Mundra tried to overcompensate and just couldn't get it to swing back and created width. Slapped away through backward point for 4. He looks in good form.
Yeah, if you look at his setup, he gets really deep, like you said, in the crease. So anything short and wide, he's ready for it. So you've got to hit the right length here to him, and the line as well. That's it, inside edge! That's another wicket! That is Jai Mundra's 3rd! And he's got the Indian skipper, who looks shocked. This is brilliant from Jai Mundra, brilliant for Ireland.
He can't believe it. Can't believe he's dragged it on. It was a little bit tighter than the previous ball. Length was similar. Looked like he was through the shot early, maybe the slowness off the surface. Ireland won't mind, Jai Mundra won't mind. Shreyas Iyer gone for 10. India 19 for 3. Jai Mundra must be thinking how easy international cricket is. A few wickets on debut and sitting at 3 for 7 off 1.4.
You kind of called it, didn't you, Kev? You said 19-20 for 3. India are 19 for 3 now. And then again, this new ball will do something. We've been talking about it. This surface, a little bit of spongy bounce. Got to be careful, mindful. Up in the air. That is good running. That's what India needs to do. Couple of runs here.
Absolutely. Here's the wicket again. Just angled across, and Shreyas Iyer was just through the shot. Dragged it off the inside edge. Again, maybe the slowness of the surface as he's looking at the inside edge. But you mentioned there, the running between again. India trying to regain some momentum now and build a partnership. Best way to do that is by some positive, aggressive running.
Another wonderful over from Jai Mundra. 21 for 3 after 3, India. Got to apply yourself. Matthew Allard, he was very good in the last game, his debut game. And here he is, his second game. Much better. Allowed the ball to come to him, played it late.
A little bit of swing on show, but Shreyas Iyer spoke at the toss about adapting to conditions, different conditions here in Ireland that they've experienced over the last couple of months in India against IPL, obviously, and then the series against Afghanistan. So having that adaptability is crucial in international cricket, going from conditions to conditions. And the best team, the team that can adapt quickest, usually comes out on top. And Ireland are doing that so far today.
Yeah, again, shots like this, you've got to be very careful. You can't just stand and hit through the line, especially against the new ball. You've got to get on top of the ball, allow the ball to come to you, because it's kind of stopping just that little bit. Saw that in that wicket. Shreyas's wicket was into that shot way too early, got that inside edge. Yeah, he's all right. But again, looking at Tilak Verma, he led the India A side in this, Tri-Nations. And he did really well under pressure, even though it's a different format. It was a 50-over format. And he likes, and he does usually well under pressure. This is good. This is good cricket. Smart from the Indian batters.
Yeah, again, another example of aggressive running. We saw it in the last over with a 2 out to the deep boundary. This is a little drop and run just to get the scoreboard ticking and get the partnership going. Again, we saw Lorcan Tucker, for example, the first thing, using his feet, coming down the wicket to try and disrupt the lengths of the bowlers. Is that something that Ishan Kishan and Tilak Verma could also do?
You got a deep square leg and a deep point, so chances are the length would be a little bit on the shorter side, the back of length. This is good batting. It's all right. A couple of quietish overs right now. Just make sure the ball gets a little older. You get your eye in. Because again, if this was a 175, 180 run chase, was a different story, but just chasing 155.
Exactly, and the Indian team, they bat very deep. So these two batters will look to kind of rebuild and consolidate, still being proactive, but keeping wickets in hand.
This would do for the time being. Pick up those singles and twos, be aggressive, because again, the mindset has to be still positive, Kev, isn't it? You still have to be aggressive in your mindset.
Absolutely. I like to use the word proactive. You must see proactive batting it all the time. So you're in a position, if the bowler strays in line on length, you can put it away. You don't want to get into defensive mindset and trying to rebuild. Yes, rebuilding phases. You just take that proactiveness, continue to look to score.
The 4 singles from that first over of Allard. India after 4 at 25 for 3.
India in real trouble. 25 for 3. Ireland have been outstanding with the new ball once again. Mundra having a third, and why not? Tucked away nicely. Lovely, lovely bit of timing. Any left-hander worth their salt will just milk that all day long. Isabel Joyce.
A rare wrong line from Mundra. He's been on the mark. Everything he's done seemed to come off, but not on this occasion. Just rode the bounce ever so slightly. All you have to do is beat the fielder at 45, which is exactly what Tilak Pharma's done. Low-risk cricket as well, which is exactly what India needs right now.
A little bit of shape, good timing. He just had to withdraw his front leg to get access to the ball. Lovely, lovely bit of balance from Tilak Varma.
Well, early in the game on Friday, we saw a couple of Indian batters get into trouble trying to play too square, but this is perfect. Full face of the bat, slightly angled to get between mid-wicket and mid-on, and the timing is there. Kept Tim Tector interested for a while, but the ball has won the race.
That was brilliant batting. He just had to withdraw his front foot ever so slightly to make sure he didn't close himself off. First time in the history of T20I cricket that both Indian openers have been dismissed for a duck.
I was just asking Dwayne DeLocca that off Mike, and he didn't know that answer. So black mark against his name.
Well, I didn't know it either, but I've got a friend in the industry who has sent me a lovely message. Thank you, friend. Where do Lorcan and Tucker and Ireland go for this final over of the power play, and maybe plans post power play?
Yeah, it'd be tempting to go to Hollard again, wouldn't it? Or do you change it up? McCarthy hasn't bowled yet. Do you get him inside the power play? He struggled in the power play the last game. Do you need to learn something about him in the power play as well? It's tempting not to be honest. I think I'd probably go a Hollard, then see what you can do about getting Tector in.
Well, in the air. Chance at the bowler's end. Chance with a hit. Gone! Wonderful work! Ross Adair! The left-hander from Hollywood, Belfast strikes.
Well, if you're Ishan Kishan, that's a rough wicket, because he was left stranded. Probably could have taken the single. And what was brilliant here was he set himself, took a split second and said, right, I've got a hit right at the top of the stumps. If he was a bowler, he'd be delighted. Ishan Kishan saying there was a one there. Left stranded, absolutely miles out. Kishan goes for 12. India in trouble, 35 for 4. Akshar Patel, is he the man for the moment? He's plenty of experience and seems to always play with a wry smile on his face. Ishan Kishan on the sideline now wondering, where did it all go wrong?
Well, there was never a single. There was never a one. Ishan Kishan tearing down the pitch. Must not have realised Rossadair is a left-hand thrower. He should have realised, because his second game now. Just a total miscommunication, but well done, Rossadair. Brilliant. Steadied himself, got his composure, and hit the top of off. Going down leg side. I'm sure it's going to go away for 4-leg buys. Lorcan Tucker's talking to his bowler. I think that's going down leg side comfortably. Oh, he sent it upstairs. Over to you, Rolly Black.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. I've checked the feet, it's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Doesn't seem to be any bat, but we'll confirm with Ultra Edge. Clear gap between bat and ball, all the way to the pad, please. Yeah, satisfied, there's no bat involved. We'll move on to ball tracking. Pitching in line. Impact outside. Aidan, stay with your on-field decision of not out.
Well,
Your
that's
on-screen now signals
a fairly
not out.
routine bit of work for Rolly Black. That is a very poor review. 39 for 4 after 5. McCarthy into the attack. Well, it's all happening. It's all happening here at Stormont, Isabel Joyce.
It certainly is. Well, I would argue, actually, it doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed. The way this ball has bounced up, if you're right-handed, you can throw this as well as being left-handed. But I don't know what Ishan Kishan was thinking. Tilak Varma, fair enough. He said it was never a single. You took off you go back.
Nice touch. Glided. Well, it was Tilak Varma's call. The ball was hit to backward point where the striker had full visibility. Sometimes if the ball goes behind leg on the square, on the leg side, you'll ask for your help from your batting partner. But Tilak Varma had a good look at where the ball was, and never once, from my perspective, did he call through Ishan Kishan. So Ishan Kishan will be seething in the dressing room, but I think he's only got himself to blame.
I'd say he's seething, but whether he could be seething with his partner, I think that's a no. He'll look back, no doubt, and think, maybe I'm partly, if not fully, to blame. But it's been a good start from McCarthy. I was saying, would they go with him? Maybe clearer plans.
Yeah, you mentioned he's had some difficulties in the power play. His T20 debut was difficult against West Indies at Brady. This is the run out. Let's have a look at Tilak Varma first of all. He's worried first of all. No, he just had a little step, and you can clearly hear him say no. It's just a bit of a mess up, and it's the kind of thing that happens when you're up against it.
Absolutely spot on. It's a little bit of panic setting in, thinking we've got to get things going and trying to make something out of nothing.
Liam McCarthy went for 19 in his first over on Friday, but came back well. His second 2 overs, he had 1 for 10. So, as you quite rightly mentioned, a big over, a big set of 6 from here.
Yeah, great resilience, actually, because he was very excited to get back out playing T20s. He's had to wait a long time, and then to bowl in the power play 3 seamers. He was the only one with a cap. So he was the senior man among the debutants, and I think he's shown that great resilience both with the ball and actually how he's batted as well. A couple of quick singles. I mean, it wasn't big hitting or anything like that, but I just thought the awareness of the situation today was excellent. And just quietly, I mean, it's early to talk about winning series or losing series. It is the kind of weekend for Ireland, though, so we'll mention it. Last time India failed to win a series was a 1-1 draw in South Africa in December 2023. And the last time they lost a T20 series was nearly 3 years ago in August 2023. That was against West Indies. And Ireland feel like there could be something brewing. End of the power play. India 41 for 4.
Team India is ready. Watch the India
Turf. Harry Tector. 3 overs for 22 on Friday. Useful. Good economy. They're just trying to tack the stumps and bowl stump to stump. 2 men behind point, saving 1, and a catching cover, Ross Adair, who's nice and tight, which I like, on the right-hand side of your screen. Plenty of protection leg side, but this is a real dangling of a carrot. 41 for 4 after the power play, India.
Useful having him in the team, part-time usually, but against so many left-handers, it's great to have him there. Jay Mundra, he is a bit of a live wire in the field, but had to move sideways, so easy to. So power play, you'd have to say, belongs to Ireland. Once again, Jay Mundra in the wickets. He's been on the money since coming into this Ireland team. What a catch that was, Matt Hollard. Did almost 180 degrees. There have been punches thrown. Oh, just about. Another day that's not going to hand, but when things are going your way, those seem to find a way. And we've seen a couple of dismissals like that. Just taking the inside half, and just what you don't want when things aren't going your way, a run out to add insult to injury. Ross Adair has had a couple of opportunities this series. He's made it pay on that occasion.
Flighted from Harry Tector. Thought he spoke very openly at the mid-innings break. At 53 he scored. It was scratchy was his terminology, and I couldn't disagree with him, but how useful that 53 might prove to be. 100th T20 cap, fine achievement from the Pembroke man.
Tell you what, India would take a scratchy 53 from 47 from one of these two if you'd hand it to them.
Well, let's just keep an eye and see, do India use cricket smarts? Because that's what Shreyas Iyer spoke about after the game on Friday. Must use cricket smarts, must do better. So far today, they haven't quite done that, but if they're to win this game, they have to play smart.
Very good, huh?
Rate's only 8.18, so it's routine in a modern-day T20 if you use your nous and use the options that provided, go against certain bowlers. Not huge boundaries, so India just have a bit of time just to reflect and go again here.
Me, Roscoe, me!
Well, it's a tidy over that from Harry Tector, just 7 off it, 48 for 4.